Oh my God! George is stuck inside the rubbish truck during he playing hide with Peppa Pig. It was a bright and sunny day, perfect for a game of hide and seek. George was feeling extra adventurous and wanted to find the ultimate hiding spot, one so clever that even Peppa wouldn't think to look. As he wandered around, his eyes landed on a large trash bin. Perfect, he thought. He climbed inside, nestled comfortably among some crumpled papers and soft packaging, and pulled the lid over himself. It was surprisingly cozy. George couldn't help but feel proud of his hiding spot. Meanwhile, Peppa searched high and low, calling out for George but finding no trace of him. George, snug in his secret hiding place, stifled a giggle. His plan was working perfectly. However, the warmth of the bin and the excitement of his clever hideout made George feel drowsy. Before he knew it, he had dozed off. George woke to a jolt. The bin was moving. Daddy Pig had taken out the trash and set it by the curb. Moments later, the rumble of a truck grew louder. George peeked out just in time to see Mr. Bull, the trash collector, hoist the bin into the truck's compactor. "Wait! I'm in here!" George cried out. But his tiny voice was no match for the roaring machinery. In a flash, he found himself tumbling into the truck with the trash. George landed in the truck's storage area, surrounded by an assortment of discarded items. For a moment, he was too shocked to react. Then he took a deep breath to steady himself. "This is still part of the adventure," he whispered to himself. The truck rumbled along, and soon George felt it come to a stop. He looked out and saw a vast landfill stretching as far as the eye could see. The trash around him was dumped onto a heap, and George slid down along with it. Though the landfill was messy and smelly, George's adventurous spirit kicked in. He decided to explore and find his way back home. Along the way, he discovered all sorts of interesting treasures, a shiny spoon, a toy car missing its wheels, and even a sparkly ribbon. As night fell, George felt the chill of the evening air. He missed his warm bed and his family. But George was resourceful. Using a patch of old fabric he found, he made a cozy little nest to rest for the night. The next morning, George awoke to the familiar sound of the garbage truck. He raced to the edge of the landfill and waved his shiny spoon like a flag. Mr. Bull spotted him and exclaimed, "George, what are you doing here?" Mr. Bull quickly brought George back home, where his family was overjoyed to see him. They hugged him tightly, tears of relief streaming down their faces. Peppa asked, "Where did you hide? I couldn't find you anywhere." George grinned. "I found the best hiding spot ever, but maybe next time I'll pick somewhere easier to get out of." And from that day on, George became a legend in their games of hide and seek, but he always chose a hiding spot his family could find. The end. Thank you for watching. See you in the next updated videos.